Hi everyone, it's the 4th of April, so I thought I'd do a quick update because I'm going to start planting stuff out over this next week. Just a bit of a cold snap at the moment, so I'm just waiting for that to finish. I've had a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, this last couple of weeks with seedlings not being doing too well, which we'll go over in a minute. So I'll take the camera around and have a quick look at everything, see how things are going, and we'll have a look at this problem. Just turn this round. Right, we shall start off with got the Mazura and the Rocket and the Grenoble Red and some romaine lettuce. These, I can't remember what they're called, Clara or something like that. These are the petunias. These I pricked out today, some petunias and poppies. They're suffering a little bit. We've got the brassicas. These are like the trial ones I did, 5 of each of the new varieties I've not grown before, apart from Iron Man I've grown up before. Durham Earlies, these are getting desperate to go out now. We've got the older drinking straws on the ones that are going down the plot. For those who don't know, I suffer with a grub called the leather jacket, and it tends to just shear the plant off at the stem, you know, so it's this bit that's vulnerable right here. They tend to come along the top of the ground or just underneath it and they shear it right off there. And I haven't actually seen so many at the plot. I've been down the plot, all the raised beds, all the new timbers on, that's all done. I'm in the process of kind of digging the potato bed, but I'm not doing a full dig. I'm just doing a couple 2 spade wide trenches, just turning it over and then raking the stuff I put on in October back over the top. So these are the Clapton. So it's not too bad now because they're all kind of colour coded. And then the Quail's broccoli. We've got leftovers of pricking outs and stuff in there. Leeks. These are the peppers. Way too many peppers. And then I've got some other things I've pricked out today, which are some of the Bristol onions and the Zebrun. So out of the 48 Zebrun I sowed, I had 20 that fired, and even less with the Bristol onions. Tomatoes. These are a bit of a late re-sowing. Come back to that in a minute. This is the celery. I pricked all that out. I've got 25, I think, and that's some red salad bowl. Down there, some lettuce. We're going to have a look at the peas that I did in the last video, and then we'll come back and have a look at everything else in here. And we'll have a look at major problem going on with them onions. So garlic is still not down. It's going down hopefully tomorrow. They're not staying there then. These are just some, it's spent compost. It's what used to be in my polytunnel. Bit of bloodfish and bone and a bag of bean cubes on compost mixed with it. So the variety, I usually do King Edwards, but they are Pentland Crown. I just fancied doing Pentland Crown. I've not done them for a few years, and I think last time I had a good crop on them. So they've just literally been done. It's past the 1st of April, but I've still not sown my carrots yet. So I'm just waiting. These next few days supposed to get down a bit chilly, so I'm going to hold fire on them. Peas have gone nuts. So they're all up. Some growing better than others. Hopefully they'll stay that way. And right, some Durham Earlies, I'm going to start attacking them. I might actually put this, I'm just doing 1 row of potatoes in the back this year, just down this, instead of doing them along the fence line, I might just do a row along here. These are some polypots that I was sent, probably about 6 years ago, and I did a video on them. Anyway, I found them in the shed, so I thought, stuff it. I had some Swift potatoes that obviously came a bit late. So same again, spent compost and a bit of my own stuff, just topped off with a bit of straw and grass clippings really. There's 2 in each one, and they're 20 litres they hold. So I'm going to be using some more of them polypots. I had 10 sent years ago. I managed to find another 20. Hope you can hear me okay, because the wind's getting up and I've not got my microphone on. So yeah, they're all Swift. I think there's 16 potatoes there altogether, 20 litres in each, so I should get some anyway. Them Sweet Candle, they've not been done either. Right, onions. It's not looking good. They suddenly, since I potted them on, they were doing okay, and I potted them on, and they're just starting to really fail now. Some are sending another spike up, but I've had compost problems. You know, some of them, like that one, are sending another spike up in the middle. So I'm not completely giving up hope, but it's a bit disheartening. Then my Kelsey onions, they've been pathetic this year. They have. I mean, they're usually about 2 foot high by now, but they're withering away. So I've got these on here. I cover them over at night just to get a bit of draft through and sort of toughen them up a bit. Probably take them into the polytunnel because it's going to get cold. The compost issue. The compost I've been using, apart from what I did the garlic in, was okay. So I first noticed that my tomatoes that are under the lights in the loft, when I potted them on, they started going a bit distorted. So it's contaminated with a type of weed killer that's used to sort of treat a lawn, if you know what I mean. Targets just weeds and not grass. So obviously it gets slung in green bins and whatnot, and you know, in the green compost, and that gets mixed in, and it causes problems. I knew what was happening because once I'd sown some other ones, these were all sown in it as well. As far as I know, it was just one bag. I've still got 2 bags of the stuff left. You know, I don't really want to say what it is, but it's been in a few of my most recent videos. So typical thing. Top of that, it's really distorted. They germinate fine, and then they grow really weird and just don't do very well at all. I had one actually die off, and I had another one that's actually completely gone. These were sown in it, but they'd only just sort of germinated, so I quickly ripped them out of the compost. Same as the celery was sown in it as well, so I took it out of the compost, and I've got some a different brand of compost, and I thought hopefully they've not had a chance to get some roots down and take too much of it up. So they seem to be coming on, but like I say, it tends to not show straight away. Some things tolerate it. I know brassicas tolerate it. That's why the brassicas have been sort of okay. They've been a bit slower to get going, but say they've got going. I think it's just with like constant watering, and it's helped to sort of get rid of it. Now the problem is, you know, some of my peppers were in it, but they've been potted on in a different stuff. You know, I even went to the trouble of like washing the roots off just to hope. 'Cause I thought it's getting that late now. You know, I start losing seedlings. I mean, there's 100 odd onion seeds I've sown, so I have sown some more, which we'll look at in a minute. These are the rocket potatoes. They're okay. You know, they weren't in that compost, thankfully. But anyway, bit disappointing. And these are some other ones, as you can see. They're all distorted and knackered. So what I did with the ones under the grow lights in the attic is I sort of rinsed them off and potted them on, and they suffered a bit, but then a nice growing tip came up, and they've kind of rerouted off the stem, if you know what I mean, and they've kind of caught up a little bit. You know, and obviously this Missouri lettuce has been affected as well, because it's a little bit deformed in the middle. Hopefully it'll grow out. You're a bit what's it about eating it, but a lot of this stuff will die off, and or I'll pick some out, and once it gets going again. But I mean, the granoble's been okay. That's been okay so far. This was a bit what's it at first. That's been all right. I say I'm not sure if these are some poppy seeds. If this is a telltale sign of it, I don't know. The petunias are fine. This celery is what's left of being pricked out. You know, it seems to be okay. So I've got 2 bags of it left. So I'm going to do a bit of a test with it, I think, and just because I don't use it, you know, because I don't want to lose anything else. Anyway, I contacted the actual manufacturer of the stuff via the website about 2 weeks ago, and they can't be bothered responding to me. I'd also messaged the guy who I bought it off, who I bought stuff off over the years, because I used the stuff last year and it was fine. You know, and he was like, oh, thanks for letting us know. So he said, let us know what the manufacturer says. So I told him, and then he messaged back saying, just whatever the bags that you've got left, just sling them on the soil, and just move on from it. I thought, well, cheers for that. You know, it's so it just goes to show you can have a few things go wrong and they're completely out of your control. You know, and it's not on, but it happens, and it's not just one brand. It's been noted over the years, probably the last 10-15 years. It's noted in manure because they treat the fields with it and everything. So it's getting to a point where you're gonna have to start buying all your composting in the autumn and putting some tester seeds in it at some point, you know, just to see. But you might end up with a little pocket of it in a bag. You never know. And we'll go down and have a look at some other things I've got on with. But yeah, it's been really disheartening because I got off to a decent start and everything went wrong. Sweet peas, I bunged them in the other day because, I mean, they've been sat in it, but just see what happens with them. You know, like I say, I've sort of give them a right good dunking, try and rinse them off. I thought if I get them in some decent soil, maybe they'll just grow out of it. But so I did them last week. I think put them in, just simply, just you know, just popped them out of these trays and just used my little spade handle dibber and put them in. I think I've got about 50 in there. So anyway, it's a bit late, but I've re-sown some Santero just in case. Trying to speed up. I soak the seeds, and I've currently put them up there, which is directly over the top of the radiator. So hopefully that'll speed things up. The only thing I'm worried about actually is they're not going to be out of the ground already till probably that August. I don't know if I'm going to get rust and mildew, and then if I can dry them in time. So bit of a disappointment. You know you've got to carry on from all these type of problems that happen. Like I say, it's nothing I've done wrong. You know, and that's it. And if you're a new gardener and you do something like that and everything goes wrong, you might give up, and it's not been your fault. So, like I say, you get no help, even off the supplier. You know, it wasn't funny with them because I'm not actually holding them fully responsible. You know, or I mean, the guy who supplied me, I'm not holding him responsible at all because he's just a middleman. You know, but there needs to be something sorted out about all this. And I can't remember the name of the site now. You do report that you've had a problem with compost and the symptoms. You can send some pictures, so I've done all that and see what they get back to me. But so far, the only person who's responded to me is my local supplier, who, like I say, just said, sorry about that, but just stick it on the ground and move on. Not even offered a refund or anything, even though I've got 2 bags of it left. You know, I mean, I give it about 7 or 8 quid a bag. You know, it's like, well, I'll tell you what, how about buying me 120 onions through the year in case I lose all them. So anyway, that's a bit of a rant. So I'm going to go down to the plot this week and start doing some work and then start putting stuff out. So all the brassicas are going to go out, the garlic, and we'll just see, probably in the garden, lettuce and stuff like that. Some more potatoes. There's the bed behind me down there where I had some Sarpo Mira. I'm putting the polypots in that. I can get 16 in that, and I'm going to put Ola in them and put some Ola at the allotment as well. But I thought, well, Sarpo Miras can go down the plot because they're more blight resistant, and I'll try Ola. I've never grown Ola at home, so I thought, well, I've got enough to do. So I was scratching my head the other morning thinking, where can I maximise growth potatoes and fill up all the little gaps I can. So I thought, well, sod it, I'll do that. So thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you probably in the next week or so with an update actually getting on with the gardening season, thank God. So take care, see you now, bye bye.